Well, hi YouTubers, hi, I'm back with the 41 Years of Mills and Boone, and it's part of the Romance in the Crown Kate and Lucas series. It's the Mills and Boone Spotlight, and this one is following off from Under the King's Command, where you find out that Jessica is still alive, and now the Princess Wedded by Justine Davis. Here we go. Jessica Chambers stared into the deep blue eyes of her baby's father and saw a stranger. Prince Lucus Sebastiani had regained his memory and his life, and now had come to claim the mother of his child as his wife. But though her body burned for his sensual touch, Jessica knew she must resist. Lucas laid his kingdom at Jessica's feet, and all she wanted was his love. Now, you think I actually would like this book. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. I absolutely didn't. Okay, so it starts off with Lucas on his way back to America to, basically, after finding out that Jessica's still alive, he's got custody of their son, Luke, and this bit here, okay. Been flying the Hawker that night, Lucas knew he likely would have beaten Storm. This is flashing back to how they met. He had departing thought that flying it here and now nearing the place where he come to grief all those months ago would be a good thing. Getting sort of getting back on the horse after being flown. Right. But instead of heading for the cockpit, he found himself moving the other way towards the stateroom at the back of the plane's cabin. Once he'd been pleased with the richly pointed fixtures and lush furnishings of the powerful little jet, now he barely noticed any of the many amenities. As the plane was merely the quickest and easiest way to get out to carry out this all-important mission. Right. Once he thought warily, he would have walked in personification of a stereotype. The guy the term Playboy Prince was coined for, and now he wasn't sure now. Because now he only found out like 2 weeks earlier, okay, he has a son, and now he's finding out the mother of his son is still alive, so he's getting over there. He's going over there. This bit here, okay? Right. Right. Because Lucas actually is going through a bit of emotional turmoil here. Lucas shrugged his shoulders rather fiercely, as if the sudden actions somehow showed the memories of the confused emotions he felt when he first got word of Jessica's death. His sudden state of confusion had only gotten worse when he pressed for details, and his cousin Drew had reluctantly told him that she'd given birth to a stillborn child. So later he learned that she'd been kidnapped by Gerald Hansen, who was the caretaker of the ranch and had been in a league with Jessica's sister, that's Ursula, in a plot to murder her and steal her baby. Right. That's what happened. So Jessica's been alive all this time, been in hiding, because basically Hansen couldn't kill her, okay? And then she was found, taken to hospital, and now to go back to come reunited with Lucas. And the fact is, okay, that Jessica's in a lot of emotional turmoil at this point. Obviously, she just thought her never see a baby again, or Lucas again, right? And then she meets Joe. Joe, the man whose plane crashed. Joe, the man who had amnesia. Joe, the man she slept with. Yes, I don't know much of the details of that one, because I said before I haven't seen the earlier books, but it doesn't really bode well for her, but I'll get to that in a second. Right. The man standing beside her bed was a stranger. Oh, he had Joe's face, his dark eyes, his lean and rangy body, his beautiful deep brown, his dark hair, his lean rangy body, his beautiful deep blue eyes, so much darker than her own, but it was a stranger. Joe had been haunted by what he couldn't remember, but this man's eyes were even more grim, as if memories he just regained haunted him even more. Right. I was prepared to say, hello, your highness, she finally said. He winced visibly. Jessie, don't. I'm sorry, was it the proper form of address? Or should I be simply flattered that the Playboy Prince had come to visit? She thought he winced again, but he controlled it so quickly she thought she couldn't be sure. She knew she sounded bitchy, but she couldn't seem to help it. She was tired, aching in more ways than one, and emotionally spent. She had to gather what defences she had, and right now they were rather meagre. I'm still the same man I was on the ranch, he said, and that my name is Lucas, not Joe. Are you the same man? She asked. Are you really? She saw a brief flicker in the expression and knew she struck a nerve. Inside I am somewhere. Right. So, but the thing is, mother and son are reunited, okay? And Jessica's trying to get the head around, okay, the fact that, her son is now an heir to the throne, kind of thing. And, right. This bit here, this is when, there you go. Right. I didn't name him, I never had the chance to. He's officially named now, but if you want to change it. No, Luke is fine. He's your son after all. She didn't think her voice had an edge, but his expression seemed to tire her. Officially, he asked. In a ceremony investing him as my heir. Oh, The full name is Lucus Marcus Augustus Sebastini. She blinked and drew back a little, and he hastened to explain. After my father and King Augustus, my great times about 7 grandfather, first monarch of Montebello. I see. Right. But I think that Lucas also put in a middle name as well. Here you go. That his name is Lucus Marcus Augustus Chambers Sebastini. Here you go. And had she been able to name a child, she might have well chosen Luke, but certainly wouldn't have sad with all the rest. Met person middle name of Alexander after father, even Chambers, as a reminder of her original side of his heritage. But now it was done, it was as if anything that spoke outside his royal lineage was meaningless. Until Lucas says, nah, the kid's got a middle name. Right, so they're at the ranch, okay? And because they go to the ranch because Jess wants to rehabilitate and kind of figure her head out. And the fact is that I do like the fact, okay, that Jess kind of gets back to nature, okay, in the world of the ranch. But the fact is, okay, it's like make-believe. And her attitude towards Lucas, is really, really appalling sometimes. Right. But this is when, okay, she's trying to figure out the whole kind of motherhood thing. She's not really in a part of it, sadly, since the day he was born. Jessica did meditation that radiated from Lucas. She knew there were things hovering, things to be discussed, things to be decided. But was more than happy to put them off. Right now, all she wanted to do was hold her baby, learn everything about him, from the perfect little toes to the silken dark hair, and revel in him having him back. She knew the right to work its healing magic on her. It had already begun, and thankfully there wasn't many memories of Ursula here, a sister who hated the place, and had forsaken it long ago when Jessie was 12 for the bright lights of city life, or dreams and stardom. But Jessica came back bitter, and then obviously this plan started. Okay, but the fact is, okay, Lucas turns around again and says, "We've got to take this baby back to Montebello. He's the heir to the throne. After all, he's the heir." And Jessica, right, 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 right. Are you thinking you won't be here when he's that age? This is when talk about raising a foal for the baby. She asked gently, knowing how it would hurt her to live a life without that child who becomes a precious to her. He went very still. I won't be far away from him, Jessie, ever. She sighed. How could you not be? Your life is half a world away. Yes, he took a deep, long, audible breath, and so is Luke's. It was her turn to go still. What? He's come back with me, Jessie. He's heir to the throne of Montebello. He belongs to us. And just like that, the man she once loved, or rather the man who looked like him, the man what Gerald, who kidnapped her, had never quite accomplished, he terrified her. No, Jessie said. Lucas already cursed himself for the blunt way that he put it. He hadn't meant for it to come out like that. He had all the words all worked out, the words to explain to her, but somehow lost them. Since the first moment he'd seen her holding a baby, he had trouble holding on to reality he knew was coming. Yeah, because Luke is a crown prince, he's got to go, but Jess' attitude, okay, is, okay, I'll be honest, okay, Jess' attitude when it comes to monarchy and royalty, and you can argue, okay, the fact is that because she has this odd assumption about royalty, and it's bordering on ridiculous, and also is a lot of countries have royalty. This seems to kind of base this focus, okay, on British royalty, but there's European, there's Asian royalty, okay, Norwegian. There's, I think, 3 of the countries on the African continent that have one. I know one of them, at least 2 are constitutional monarchs, and 1 is an absolute monarchy, which means they make all the rules. Okay, this bit here, okay, right. Of course, this is based on British, okay, right. This bit here. My family has ruled Montebello since the day Britain gave herself rule. We are Montebello. The people of our very country are our responsibility, and ones that we take very seriously. Unlike other monarchies, we aren't just figureheads. We govern. Every decision is made because we believe it's for the good of the people. No bullshit, she said, with no trace of sarcasm, no emotion at all. Okay, so Jess has it in, okay? Jess has it in for Lucas of being a royal. It's like it's his fault. Yeah, so Jess got this weird kind of thing here because I'm American, I know better. And, oh, I don't like monarchy. Oh, well, hey, I mean, hey, feel what you feel, okay, but her kind of dismissal of it and looking down her nose at it after what she did, and I'll get back to that in a second, okay? Right, this bit here, okay? This is when Lucas and Jess are discussing this all over again. Right, he's my designated heir. One day he'll be assumed a friend of Montebello. He will order just like that, no choice. He has no more choice than I have, Lucas said flatly. Something quite determined flashed in Jessie's eyes. That, she said, her voice sharp edge now, is what you think. So, and, yeah, right, here we go. Right, this bit here. Right. Right, here we go. Right. Besides this whole thing of your role in life being chosen for you at birth before even born, well, that's where it's un-American, Lucas suggested. Unfair, Jess countered. How can you look at that baby and tell him that he has no choice? Lucas whinged, and she knew she had a nerve, but he didn't say anything, so she went on. I mean, Americans have a hard time with the concept of hereditary leadership in general. We're built on opposing principle, after all. Okay? Fine, good for you, okay, good for Montebello, but Lucas is an American by birth, and he's a Montebellan by blood, Lucas said. He's a citizen, simply because he's my son. He can visit then, but he's growing up here in America. He's growing up on this ranch, where he can be free to decide his own path. He isn't free. He's lying for the front of Montebello that can't be changed. Right. And the fact is, Jess is going to fight him on every single way, okay? And even the stuff, okay, she comes out with, okay, is like, right. And she won't shut up about it. She will not shut up about it, okay? One for to be something desperate to be a lawyer or an airline pilot, or she gestured towards a window, a rancher. Luke smiled at her. Actually, in a way I am. I studied a lot of law in college, and though I didn't go for my degree, I can hold my own with most lawyers. I'm a pilot, and better wonder my research record might indicate, and I'm also a rancher. We raised purebred Arabians on our ranch near the palace. Right. She was staring at him, looking a little stunned. He wondered if he hadn't realised this aspect of his life, the benefit of his family wealth and position. Whatever he wanted to do in life, it was pretty much free to do it, as long as it didn't conflict with the well-being of his people. Luke will have the same advantages, he promised. Whatever he wants to do, he'll still have the resources. Okay? Yep. And the thing is, okay, is this. Okay? Right. Is it's just got this thing, okay, is the my baby can choose what he wants kind of thing, but I don't think she really understands, okay, the concept of monarchy in general. Or maybe the author doesn't. Here you go. Right. Right. How could she, with the only resource this land she loved, free of debt only because of her father's financial cleverness, and fight such a powerful family? Because she had little doubt the entire Sebastini family would rise up against her with the cadre of lawyers that Nora had. All she had was a mother's love. She liked to think that the court would find that more valuable than wealth, but it had been too often that in America that you could buy your own version of justice. Okay? Right. Yeah, it's just the thing is, I would now. The thing is, I like a Mills and Boone character, a heroine, a bit of gumption. But the fact is, okay, her mentality is USA yay, and everywhere else, okay, that has a monarchy, no. Okay, you know, including other countries, which, if you kind of bring that up, well, there's you know, hey, yeah, right. And the fact is, okay, I don't know what is Justin Davis digs at Britain. Okay, I really don't know. All right. It suddenly struck her that this was the right word. She wasn't about to enter. Was about to enter a palace. It's when she's in Montebello. It's more than say Buckingham Palace, but then again, Buckingham didn't have this kind of view. If your places on earth had this kind of view, oh, thank you so much for slagging off. Oh, thank you for now slagging off London. You've already got the monarchies, and now you're slagging off London. Because of course, if you look over the view of Buckingham Palace, you see the Mall. Yeah, yeah. So it's not Mediterranean enough for you. Right. Right. Here we go. But the fact is that, well, at the end of the day, Lucas wants to marry Jess, but he doesn't have to. She's got that option, okay, right. And the fact is, here you go. Is once again, this is when again Jess is in like the palace, and like she meets like a couple of servants. Here we go. And also she meets Lucas's like sister, who is married to a foreign prince too. So anyway, Jessica wondered whoever did marry Lucas would get the same treatment. She thought marrying some faceless woman in the future caused her pain, which she banished by thinking decisively that if it was good enough to be bowed to after marriage, then she should have been good enough before. Oh yeah, because she marries Lucas, should be a crown princess and people will bow. Right. And this is when Jessica is basically saying, okay, to you know, Lucas's siblings. Here you go. Right. Yes, she met Julia's. That's Lucas's sister. My country was founded on idea that anyone can become anything they want. Any kid can become a president or doctor or a mechanic. That's where talents lie. It's the same here, Julia said. Unless your last name has to be Sebastini, Jessica retorted. Even if it is, my sister Christine is a brilliant scientist and does as she pleases. To a certain sense, so do I. Right. So Lucas and Luke, who are, she stopped herself about to say they were doomed. No matter how understanding Julia was, Jessica doubted she was that understanding. Jessica gave her a long, intent look, and she heard what hadn't really said. A destiny set in stone? More than ours, yes. Right. You know. But the thing is the fact is, okay, once again, Jessica's arrogance. Now, this is supposed to be the person we're rooting for. You know, Lucas and Jess, getting together, getting married, if you will, okay. And the fact is, the whole idea, okay, of the fact is that Jessica's arrogance towards monarchy, but she's forgetting one crucial thing. Now, most monarchs, okay, absolute or otherwise. Now, the fact is, okay, that she is Lucas' baby. So Luke is illegitimate, first of all, born on foreign soil, okay. So he probably in no actual monarchy would even become, even though he's born to the heir to the throne, it wouldn't be heir to anyway, okay. No, that's I was to be a lot more, but he'd be, and there's a Wikipedia page dedicated to this, a raw bastard. Here you go. But that's forgotten. So I like the fact, okay, that these rules only really apply, okay, when someone wants them to. Once again, just arrogance or people just ignorance, okay, monarchy in general. Here you go. This bit here. But she decides, okay, that her and Lucas to actually get together. This bit here, right? I was thinking that if you're willing to have more children, well, surely one of them will want the job. If Luke really truly doesn't, if it's really been used, our law allows me to right to designate any heir I choose. Jessica was stunned in the silence as she read the compromise she was offering. She read enough laws in our searching for precedents in read enough in our searching for precedents in Montebello law to know that what she was saying would be historical first. That he would bend this far amazed her, and that told her volumes about his feelings for her, because she knew he could easily have opted to fight her for custody. Meet me in the middle, Jess. What we have is worth that at least. What if you have a daughter? She asked. What if she's the one who wants to give her life to Montebello? Will you promise she will get the chance? Will you name her as your heir? All right, Jessica, I promise you. If it's a daughter who wants a job, I'll give it to her. Okay, I promise the country will accept it, but make it clear she's my choice. Here you go. And when that words, a simple Colorado rancher agreed to someday becoming a queen. Oh, yes. So it was all kind of, I hate monarchy, I hate monarchy, I hate monarchy. My children need to choose. My son needs to choose. No one needs this life. Oh, but by the way, oh, Lucas, will you please change the rules here? Because even though most monarchies will accept our son as the heir because it is legitimate, yours does, okay? Oh, and by the way, Lucas, if we have a daughter, I like that if you have a daughter, she's got to be heir as well, okay? If she wants to be. And I was, what? Oh, seriously, okay, the whole kind of American, Viva la America, okay, got a bit ridiculous after a while, okay, maybe because obviously she obviously needs to have like this fundamental understanding, okay, of what monarchy is, absolute or constitutional. So anyway, I did enjoy this. I like the fact, okay, the first part of this more than the second part, because I just found Jessica's ignorance and arrogance, okay, of America, fuck yeah, Bella, sorry, just worse. Okay. So anyway, that's in the Crown, Kate and Lucas. I recommend Kate. I don't recommend Lucas. So sign off here. 41 years of Mill Zombie. Sign off. Bye now.